welcome you into North Gwinnett High School, the Jared Cook Classic. Our second game is between the Dacula Falcons, the Sequoyah Chiefs. The Sequoyah Chiefs with Jordan Usher. Swings it back out to the top, and there is Levi Biddy with the jumper. No good. Rebound skied by Derek St. Hillary. White, Sequoyah in the black. There's a long corner three by Edwards. It is good. Damari Edwards cracks the seal on this one, and the three is good. Ball was deflected, and it'll be picked up. Now brings it into the front. Jeremy Adams, the head coach of the Chiefs, going up against Rex Trianga, the head coach of the Dacula Falcons. On the floor, let's see, he'll get 2 shots. And the foul will be on number 11, and it'll be Levi Biddy. That'll be his first and the team's first. Opening game for both teams in this season, and this is Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic at North Gwinnett High School. Snap, and it's good by Kevon Tucker. His first free throw is good. Second free throw, it good. So a good start so far from the free throw line for the Dacula Falcons as Kevon Tucker knocks in both, and they lead 5-0. Fight for the rebound, got it back, and he missed it, but he'll go to the free throw line, and let's see.
Foul starts, number 11, Bishop.
Bishop will pick up the foul. Gary Bishop, his first, and the team's first. The 5 on the floor for Sequoyah. The starting 5, Jordan Usher, Cameron Cox, Hunter Gaddis, Levi Biddy, and Jake Sunday. Usher, first free throw is good, so he gets the scoring started for Sequoyah. The 5 on the floor and the starting lineup for the Dacula Falcons, Derek St. Hillary, Gary Bishop, Damari Edwards, Kevon Tucker, and Shane Buckingham. Usher makes both free throws, and we're in a 5-2 contest. Jordan Usher was very animated during the warm-ups and very turned up, should I say. Dacula working, there's Tucker. Tucker turns a 3, good. He stroked it in there. The 3 ball going down early for the Falcons. And that 3 is good, and it is 8-2 with 6:28 to go here. Just underway in this first quarter at the Jared Cook Classic. Gonna step in, a long 3, back iron, no good by Jake Sunday. Rebound are gonna come down to Dacula, and here they come running it is Derek St. Hillary. Hillary with the dribble, now gonna stop, walk right into a 3. In and out, no. Rebound hit the floor, Sunday picks it up. Sunday gets it quickly into the forecourt for the Chiefs. Between the legs, now kicks it over to the right. There's a long 3. It is gonna be no good. No foul called on it. And I like that good no call. The 3 attempted by Hunter Gaddis. Now coming back, tried to go behind the back, a turnover by Dacula. And a whistle. So there will be a foul on Gary Bishop. That'll be his second and the team's second. So checking into the contest will be Jawan White in to replace him. Having a little fun with the referee as he was letting a member of the Sequoyah faithful behind the bench know that he had the foul call. Sequoyah working left to right as you view it here on the SUV TV. Joe Hillsman, glad to be with you. Jordan Usher could not handle that pass, out of bounds on the cut, and a turnover for Sequoyah. Coach Adams gets up, instructs the defense, so they will pick him up now full court. Dacula in the white, gold numbers. It's a light gold number. Stepping in over the back, not called, and a rebound coming down to Cameron Cox of Sequoyah, who's all in the black. They got black numbers, but they're highlighted in a very bright gold. Putting it on the floor, Gaddis. Gaddis now kicks it over to Sunday. Sequoyah has size, good cut. Sunday down the lane and scores. Jake Sunday, and that's the first field goal for Sequoyah. They trail 8-4, going baseline, kick it in the corner, pump fake, put it on the floor. Now gonna drive, Euro stepping to the hoop, nice move. Kevon Tucker. Kevon Tucker getting the hoop game going. He has 7 already. Usher with the pass. He tried to feed it down low. Gaddis turned, dropped it in there good. Hunter Gaddis. After every hoop, the coaching staff for Sequoyah yelling out the defensive instructions. Here is St. Hillary now. St. Hillary gives it over to the top. They're running around to Damari Edwards. Edwards gonna go all the way down the lane. Good. Damari Edwards, a nice move. He has 5. Nice move by Edwards. He went right down the pike and down the lane. Now comes with Cox. Cox swings it back over to Usher. Usher puts it on the floor. Hard dribble going all the way. Drawing the foul, and he'll go back to the free throw line. Very animated is the big 6'6" Jordan Usher. The team's third, his first. Substitutions after the first free throw. Arsher Hunter and Mikhail Bethea will be checking in for the Dacula Falcons. Usher at the free throw line. First one, good rotation. He drops it in good. He's 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Bethea and Hunter allowed to come into the contest now. Taking a seat will be Buckingham. Usher will get one more free throw. It is up, good rotation, and it goes in good. He has 4, and he's 4 of 4 from the strike. It's a 12-8 ball game. And they have the pressure now. Gets it into the full court. Now swings it over here, St. Hilary. St. Hilary tried to go tricky dribble. There's a 3 by Hunter. Good. Off the bench and in the scorebook, Harshawn Hunter. Usher now holding it, looking for a cutter. Now he puts it on the floor. He's being worked on by Tucker. And he gives it to Gaddis. Hunter Gaddis going to put it on the floor, drop it back off the Usher. And Usher foul going to the hoop. Very aggressive, and he's drawing the fouls. He's 4 of 4 from the free throw line today. Substitution now. Michael Peters will be checking in. Hunter picked up the foul. It'll be his first and the team's 4th. More substitutions after this one. Zach Haley will be checking in, as well as Carson Crow. Usher, free throw is good. Usher living at the line right now, 5 of 5 in his first half. Gaddis and Sunday take a seat for the Chiefs. So Cox and Usher will remain the starters, and Usher sitting there stroking in free throws. He's got 6, all of them from the free throw line. He's 6 of 6. Someone's open. They get it to him down low. It's too late now. It's Bethea, and it's going to be a steal, a turnover for Dacula. Picked up by Usher all the way. Cox tried to dunk that thing home. He missed it, but it hit the wire. A turnover, and it'll go over to Dacula out of bounds. Ooh, Cameron Cox tried to rise and throw that one down. Then it's time to take a look at our Atlanta Peach Elite Series. Instant replay. He tried to take off on him. Ooh-wee. I see you, Mr. Cox. If we get a fast break, we know what's coming. Jawan White went to the hoop. The foul will be on Carson Coe, who just checked in. His foul will be his first, and the team's second. 3:28 to go, first quarter. Joel Hillsman, glad that you're with us. The SUV TV and our entire SUV TV crew here at North Gwinnett High School, Suwanee, Georgia. In 2015, Jared Cook free throw. Good by White. Jawan White knocked in that 6-foot sophomore. Takes his time, free throw short. Rebound is going ahead to Cox. Cox quickly into the full court. Now dump it in the corner on the back cut. There goes Cox. Layup good. Little give and go action. And a good find. On that dime drop, let's give Mitchell Peters the love. More substitutions as Biddy and Justin Robleski will get ready to check in for Sequoyah. Edwards got the roll. He has 7 for this Dacula Falcon team. They have a 6-point lead, 18-12. They go down low to Cox. Cox got it blocked. Cox got it back. Underneath, and he was fouled, and the foul will be on the floor with 2:47 to go. And that foul will be on Jawan White, his first and the team's 5th. Dacula now stacking up the fouls early. Robleski checks in, and Usher will take a quick breather for Sequoyah. Looking on the inbound, and they get it into the quarter. That's Peters. Oh, Peters gives it off, and then they're going to go baseline. There's a short corner jumper. It's going to be, hits it up ahead on the break. Tried to save it, and does. Good hustle there by St. Hilary back over to Hunter. So Hunter gives it back. There's Kevon Tucker. Steps into a 3. It's going to be short. It was a deep 3. Rebound by Hunter. Hunter picked it up. He got tripped. Lost it. A turnover by Dacula. Peters now picked up his dribble and going to have his cookies taken and going to come back with the layup. Good, counted, and a foul. A bad play there. St. Hilary with the steal, and then the foul made a mistake there by Peters. He picks up the foul. That'll be his first and the team's third and one opportunity coming up for the Dacula Falcons and Derek St. Hilary. Jake Sunday will check back in, and also Jordan Usher. Usher a quick breather. He sat for 32 seconds. Hillary got the steal and then had the layup, and then an ill-advised foul by Mitchell Peters. Hillary taking his time. Dacula with no one at the free throw line but him, and he took his time and dropped it in there. He has 3 points. And they pushed the lead out to 9, 21-12. Jawan White will take a seat. And back into the contest, Shane Buckingham at 6'4". Here's Sunday now for the Chiefs. Looking for Usher, but he's being picked up and guarded by Kevon Tucker. And the pass is shot, stolen, a turnover. Here come the Falcons. Hillary bouncing it off all the way, and a layup good. In transition, Damari Edwards, and the Chiefs have to call a timeout. The Falcons trying to fly high, 23-12. Taking a look at our ATL Peach Elite Series instant replay. In transition, Hillary laying it off to Damari Edwards. Edwards having himself a fine first quarter. He has 9 points. It's 23-12. Cameron Cox will check back in, and Hunter Gaddis will also check back in for Sequoyah. Both teams, they enter the game 0-0. And Dacula really playing with a lot of energy and getting out and running with 1:57 to go. A timeout to stop the run. So Sunday will inbound it. It'll be Sunday, Cox, Usher, Gaddis, and Biddy. The 5 on the floor for the Chiefs. Tucker, Buckingham, Edwards, Bethea, and a new man, that's Justin Goodson into the game. Justin Goodson into the contest. 95 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Sequoyah trying to score out of the timeout. Here's Usher. Usher has lived at the free throw line so far today. He has 6 points, all of them from the stripe. So he's going to drive and put it up. And got the roll. His first field goal. Usher. He has 8. Coming back quickly, Kevon. Kevon reversing layup. Beautiful move. Kevon Tucker. Right back at him. Now here comes Cameron Cox right back. He got fouled and he'll go to the line. Kevon Tucker, a fabulous move to the hoop. He has 9 in this quarter as well. Taking a look at that instant replay. Got that roll. And then quickly coming back, Kevon up and under. Excuse me. Got a little kiss off the window on that reverse lay. Foul called on the floor. Not a shooting foul. 6-team foul. So the fouls have stacked up now for Dacula. Usher's 3 is no good, mistimed on a rebound, and there'll be a foul on Sunday. Jake Sunday will pick up the foul, his first and the team's 4th. Justin Goodson will inbound it, and walking it into the forecourt will be Mikael Bethea. Bethea now swings it over. Bethea has it, and they swing it down there. There's Edwards. Edwards going into the lane, now kicks it in the corner. Goodson is open for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound going to come down to the Chiefs. He tried a little long outlet pass, and it's going to be a turnover. Goodson chases it down, now has to throw it back into the forecourt and into the court, and here is Bethea. Bethea, a little hesitation. Kicked it over. There's Kevon Tucker swinging it. Good ball movement. Edwards in the corner. Good. The extra pass to Edwards with his second 3 ball. Dacula is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. They have doubled up Sequoyah 28-14 with 23 seconds to go in this first quarter. Here is Cox. Cox to Usher. Usher will peel it back out and hold it. Now he's going to try and set up the offense. Slow the game down a little bit, but they're going to hold for the here the quarter. Clock at 8. Usher puts it on the floor, makes his move. Stop. There's a jumper. It's good. A 3 ball. Couldn't tell if his foot was on the line or not, and Mr. Ref put all those hands up in the air, and the 3 ball is good, and we are at the end of the first quarter. The Dacula Falcons with a very impressive 28-point first quarter. They lead 28-17 right here. SUV TV.
Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUV TV, sponsored by Marco's Pizza, authentic Italian pizza, Katie Customs, the official custom sock of the Jared Cook Classic, Motive Deals, motivated, digital, fundraising, and CoachHemi.com, the coach's source for X's and O's. The 2015 Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic, powered by SUV TV, sponsored by
Joe Hillsman back here with you. The Jordan Cook tip to start the second quarter. They actually put 0.3 of a second back on the clock, and Usher was unable to get the tip there at the 8-17. There's a corner three, good by Jake Sunday.
Three-pointer is good by Sunday.
28-20. A big first quarter there by Damari Edwards. He has 12. Kevon Tucker has 9 for Dacula. Offensive foul called on Damari Edwards. His second, and the team's seventh. And
Second into the game for Dacula, number 5, Jawan White.
offensive foul is the seventh. Coach Adams is wanting to know if it should be the 1-and-1. It is the 17th foul. Dacula did stack up the fouls in the first quarter. They're trying, and the refs are getting together and talking about it. Coach Adams trying to line up as they get ready and talk about it. Let's see if Coach Adams getting an explanation, and I'm trying my best to eavesdrop. It's just right here in front of us, but I don't think they're going to give Sequoyah the 1-and-1. They decide not to give him the 1-and-1, so Sunday will roll the inbound pass, and Cameron Cox will let it roll, and he'll pick it up just shy of half court and cross the timeline and give it back to Sunday on the right wing. They're coming off Usher. Usher, stop, now goes down low. And there's your foul right there. Got him on the pump fake. They want the N1. Are they going to call it on the floor? No. Foul is going to be on Buckingham, the team's 8th. And it is the 1-and-1, so Cam Cox will go to the free throw line. Has 2 points, and this will be his first trip to the free throw line. 1-and-1. Free throw, good. Got the roll. Cox going through his free throw routine. 7:28 to go. Early moments here of this second quarter. Got both free throws to go for Cam Cox. Needed it. Cut the lead now to 6. Dacula walks it into the forecourt with Derek St. Hilary. And the pass is stolen. Levi Biddy shot the passing lane. Layup. Off the window, good. Levi Biddy up and get the Dacula faithful a timeout. Coach Russ Triega calls a 30-second timeout. Let's take a look at it on our ATL Peach Elite Series instant replay. Biddy shot the passing lane, his first 2, and he gets the layup, and all of a sudden that lead now is down to 4. A 7-0 run to open this quarter for the Sequoyah Chiefs. threw it over to the official scorekeeper as he's gotten comfortable now, I guess, or a little warm. It is warm in the gym, but that's okay. It's cold outside. That's why basketball is a winter sport. It's all year round, though, but you just love the gym. On the drive, kick it in the corner. There's Kevon Tucker stepping into good. Kevon Tucker with his second three ball. He has 12 in the contest. Out of the timeout. You always want to be able to score out of the timeout. Successful right there, even though it was a 30-second timeout. The score now goes to the wrong side. It should be 31. 31-24. Now on the drive, Tucker, left hand layup, no, tip back, good in transition. Hillary followed it up off the window. The score is incorrect. It's 33-24 and a foul, blocking foul. And they are going to get the scoreboard now, 33-24.
Foul charge number 25, Buckingham.
So Buckingham picks up the foul. Meanwhile, while we were trying to make the score was correct, that's his second, the team's ninth. So Sequoyah right now with Dacula being in the foul trouble, in the penalty, they really could get back in this contest at the line. And Cox is going to make sure he's doing his part. He's 3 of 3 if he knocks in the first end of the 1-and-1. Second free throw coming up for Cox. It is good. Second quarter, he has 6 in the contest. Here's St. Hilary with a little tricky dribble. Now hands it off to Bethea. Bethea now gives it off to the top, and here comes Joe. 3. No good. It was off the mark by Hunter. Rebound comes down. The Gaddis who gives it to Usher. Usher quickly into the forecourt. Usher picked up the dribble. He dumped it down low. Going to spin with Biddy. Biddy got it blocked. He recovered it out of bounds, and it will stay with Sequoyah. 5:54 to go here in the second quarter. 33-26. 28-point first quarter for Dacula. Been slowed here with Gaddis. He lost it out of bounds, and it will go to Dacula, and Gaddis was in disbelief of that. Damari Edwards now gets up off the bench as Coach Russ Triega looks and says, go check in. He comes to the scorer's table. St. Hilary now to Bethea. Bethea working it around the home. Here's Kevon Tucker, stops inside the three-point line, short, rebound, tip, fought for it. Cox tipped it again, and Biddy comes away with it. Biddy now back to Cox. To the forecourt, moving very quickly, now gives it over to Usher. Jordan Usher looking, and let's see, we've got, what do we have?
Where's the ball? Shooter over there, shooter.
Mr. Ref now stopped, and he wants to take a look and having a word with the scorer's table. Unsure what he's having a word about. Bethea will check in, and Bethea will check out, and Edwards will check in. And Coach Russ Triego does not like where the ball's being inbounded by Sequoyah. Side out of bounds, long inbounds, high to Sunday, who swing down, didn't dribble. Long, traveling violation. I have Sequoyah with 4 turnovers. Check it, 5. Gaddis lost it out of bounds. And now that Usher traveling violation. 5:34 to go. 7-point lead for the Falcons. Dacula in the white, Sequoyah in the black. Kevon takes it. He puts it on the floor. A travel. Their 4th turnover. Be side out of bounds for Sequoyah.
Hey, play it slow, Jordan. Play it slow right here. Comes down.
Sunday, Cox, Usher, Biddy, and Gaddis, the 5 on the floor for the Sequoyah Chiefs. Edwards, St. Hilary, Tucker, and there's Gaddis. Gaddis with the jumper, good. So his second field goal, Hunter Gaddis, good size, listed at 6'6". Hunter and White on the floor as well. St. Hilary with the drive, no. Gaddis comes down with the rebound. Hands it off to Cameron Cox, and Cox comes into the forecourt. Right-hand dribble, belt high, moved, and he's worked on by St. Hilary. Now he whips a long pass, ill-advised, a turnover, their 6th turnover. Trying to hit Gaddis, who's on that back door. So checking in for the first time, Emmanuel Jenkins, number 4 for Sequoyah, and then checking back in is Mitchell Peters. Peters back in after he had the turnover and the ill-advised foul that led to the and-1 for Derek St. Hilary in that first quarter. Gets it up ahead, Hunter catches, Here's Cox. Cox between the legs. Now gives it over to Usher. Usher down the lane. Finger roll layup. No, too hard. Rebound comes off to the Falcons. Here comes Hunter running. Hunter, eyes up, stop. Free throw line. Good. Not a free throw line jumper, excuse me. He had his foot on the line of the three-point line. 35-28. They go up by 7. Swings it. A turnover again. Usher tried to hit the cut. Hillary on the break. Hillary goes up. Got fouled by Usher. Usher will take his first foul and the team's 5th, but Derek St. Hilary will go to the free throw line. St. Hilary with 5 points in the contest. He's 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Dacula takes all of their players off that court. Derek St. Hilary is at the free throw line, and he'll go through his routine. Good rotation. It goes in good. Perfect from the line. 36-28. So Gary Bishop now will check back in. His first action. He's in foul trouble. He had 2 quick fouls there. 2 of the first fouls for Dacula in that first quarter. 6'2", Gary Bishop. Number 11 in white for Dacula. St. Hilary, meanwhile, second free throw is good. So he's perfect from the line, 3 of 3, and pushed the lead out to 9, 37-28. Here's Cox into the full court, worked on by St. Hilary. Hillary going to attack, stop. Now he picks up his dribble, cross-court pass to Usher. Usher puts it on the floor, stop, foul line jumper, off to the left, no good. Gaddis couldn't get the rebound. Edwards came down and battled Tucker for it. Edwards with it now over to St. Hilary. Hilary surveying the floor, now going to hesitate, kick it over. There's Bishop. Bishop puts it on the floor, back to Damari Edwards. Edwards now going to attack, kick it back to Bishop. They swing it all the way around to Hunter. Hunter now gives it over to Kevon Tucker. Stop, sizes up, pulls a 3, good. Just fluid and solid with it, Kevon Tucker. A 3-ball, and the lead now pushes out to 12. He's gotten 3 3-pointers in the contest and 15 in the game. Peter to Gaddis. Gaddis, little sweeping jump hook, no good. Rebound is going to come down to Dacula. They're running. Here's St. Hilary. St. Hilary elevates and puts it over the rim. He wanted to dunk that thing home. A timeout will be called. Dacula on a run. It's 42-28. Derek St. Hilary, he has 6 in the quarter, 9 in the contest, and it's time for an ATL Peach Elite Series. Instant replay right here. The SUV TV St. Hilary. Look, he wanted to dunk it home. I'm not going to get that high. They'll mess with him on the bus. He put it over the rim. And the 30-second timeout called by Sequoyah with 3:25 to go, and they're trailing by 14. Jordan Usher held scoreless here. .325 to go. Sequoyah in trouble. Coach Adams had to call that timeout, try to stop the bleeding there. Calling out the offensive score coming out of the timeout. Here's Cox. Cox to Usher. Usher tried to get it back to Cox. He does. Power dribble up off the window. Count it. And the foul for Cameron Cox. Able to get the hoop out of the timeout. I'm telling you how important that is. He's 42-30, and he's got the free throw coming up. Derek St. Hilary picks up the foul, his first, and the team's 10th. So now the double bonus the rest of the way for Sequoyah. Free throw by Cox is good, and he completes the 3-point play. He's 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 7 points in the quarter, 9 in the contest. Here's Hunter. Hunter over to Damari Edwards. Edwards to Kevon Tucker. Tucker with a one-handed pass to Bishop. Usher came, they got him trapped right here. Going to be taken away by Biddy. Biddy gets it up ahead to Usher. Usher's going to go and sky home. He got fouled, no call. Missed the dunk, he missed it. Wanted the foul, didn't get fouled. Cox goes up, Usher with the block. Hunter with the block, and they're going to call him with the foul. And that foul, no, it's going to be called on St. Hilary. So that will be the 11th. They're in the double bonus now. 2 free throws coming up for Cameron Cox. Jordan Usher tried to poke that thing home, and Coach Adams was like he got hammered. Yeah, I thought there was going to be a foul. It was not called. Cox back iron, misses his first free throw. Zach Henley will come back in, and Juwan White will come back in. White for Dacula and Henley for Sequoyah. The Chiefs and the Falcons. Free throw, good by Cox. So he splits them, and it's 42-32. St. Hilary now gives it over to Kevon Tucker. Tucker has had himself quite a first half. Puts it on the floor. Going to drive all the way to the hoop. Flip it up. And it didn't go, but he got the foul, though. Foul on Cox. That'll be his first. The team 6 with 2 free throws coming up for Kevon Tucker. He's 2 of 2 from the stripe today. 2:31 to go here in this first half. First free throw by Tucker is good. He's 3 of 3 from the stripe today. 43-32. Tucker, second free throw, good. Swishes them both home. He's 4 of 4. 17 points already in the half for Kevon Tucker. Here's Biddy. Biddy lost. It's going to be picked up by Jake Sunday. Sunday puts it on the floor. Now they give it over on this top side. Here's Cox. Cox being worked on by Hunter. Hunter has got an extended burn here, and he's been guarding Cox while he's been doing it. Usher now, all kind of trouble. Dumps it down low. They get it up. It's blocked. Biddy went up, blocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Sequoyah. And Coach Restriaga really likes the defensive effort. He likes the defensive effort, and then he has a word with Mr. Ref saying he got hit in the head. 2:06 to go in this second quarter. Inbound underneath for the Chiefs. Looking, and gets it into Jordan Usher. Usher corrals it now, gets his balance. Now going to try to back him down. Stop. Good defense by Tucker. Shot is up, no good. Tucker comes down with the rebound. Usher wanted to foul. A bounce pass to Edwards. Edwards layup, no. Put back. Hillary, good. That's what you get for following the play. Cox attacking down the lane, flipped it up, no, and he was fouled as he went to the hoop.
Foul is charged to number 2.
Derek St. Hilary, and that foul will be on Arsha Hunter. That'll be his second. Double bonus time now, and Cox will be going to the free throw line. Sequoyah trying to take advantage of Dacula picking up the fouls. They've got 12 team fouls. Free throw, no good.
Bethea back into the game for Dacula.
Bethea will come in, and Kevon Tucker will take a seat. 46-32. Dacula and Sequoyah in their first game. And it's against each other here in Suwanee, Georgia, North Gwinnett High School, the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. Cox missed both free throws. Struggling now from the line. He's missed three of his last 4. So here's St. Hilary. Hilary between the legs, going to go right by Cox. Poor defense in the lane. Shot up. Count it. No. Offensive foul on St. Hilary. Now he's in foul trouble. That's his third. Buckingham will come in, and Derek St. Hilary will take a seat with 91 seconds. He has 3 fouls. Shane Buckingham, 6'4" in for the Dacula Falcons. Sunday will inbound it. Cox lets it roll, and now Cox picks it up, and they start the clock. We go under a minute and a half. He gives it back to Sunday. Sunday with the screen. Now kicks it over to Usher. Usher well out high from the basket, worked on by Edwards. Now he's going to drive, put it up, off the window, no good. Looking for foul now every time. Bethea going to go all the way. Shot is up, no, and he got fouled. And Coach Adams wanted to foul down on that end. Jordan Usher wanted to foul down on that end. This foul is going to be called on Zach Henley. That'll be his first, the team's 7th, but it'll be 2 shots coming up for Mikhail Bethea, and he is scoreless, and this is his first trip to the free throw line. Got the roll, it's good. Bethea. Substitution. Mitchell Peters will check in. Cox will take a seat. Justin Goodson also now sees his first action here in this second quarter. Second free throw, no good by Bethea. And it goes, on the defensive glass. So here's Sunday. Sunday between the circles. Picked up by Buckingham, harassed and a turnover. Good defensive pressure there by Shane Buckingham, and a turnover for Sequoyah. By my count, that's turnover number 8. Kevon Tucker will check back into the game, and Buckingham will take a seat. Falcons will inbound it as Hunter inbounds it to Goodson, and Goodson now gives it over to Jawan White. Goodson, White, Hunter, Tucker, and Bethea, the 5 on the floor for Dacula. A long three by Hunter, going to be short. Barely got the rim, but they hit the offensive glass and put it back in and scored. 49-32. Dacula playing at a nice clip. They've got 49 points, and they've got 20-plus points in each quarter. Usher pulls up, front iron, no. Rebound hit the floor, and it's Goodson with it. Goodson into the forecourt with 28 seconds. Now going to give it off. Going down the baseline is White. He was fouled, and it'll be 1-and-1 time. Foul will be called on Levi Biddy. That'll be the team's 7th foul.
Puts White on line into the game for Sequoyah.
Juwan White will be going to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2 from the line today. Now Cameron Cox, a quick blow, he's back in. Coach Adams will go with Gaddis, Biddy, Sunday, Cox, and Usher to finish out this first half. Juwan White at the free throw line. The free throw will not line up on that free throw line. Leave the shooter up there by himself. Want the defense back, and he's back here coaching. And having a little laugh with Jordan Usher. Free throw, no good. And it will not count. Line violation on White. He knew he was going to miss it, tried to crash and get the rebound. Remember, Dacula does not line up with anybody and has not lined up with anybody on the free throw line. Here's Biddy. Biddy into the forecourt, being worked on by Goodson. Goodson had his hands up, trying not to get the foul, and doesn't. They swing it in the corner to Gaddis with 15 seconds. Gaddis back out to Sunday. Sunday to Usher. Usher picked up by Hunter. He's got the mismatch on him, so he goes tricky and goes behind the back and lost it, and he will go to the free throw line.
Foul is charged at number 2.
And that'll be a foul on Arsha Hunter, and now he has 3. So Kevon Tucker sprints to the scorer's table, and he will come in. 8.4 seconds to go. Mr. Ref is going to have them wait after the first shot, which is the rule. So Usher going to the free throw line, has not scored in this second quarter. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line in the game, all 6 of those in the first quarter. Back iron, no good on the first free throw.
Tucker back in for the foul. Peters back in for the Chiefs.
Cox will take a seat, and Mitchell Peters will check back in. 8.4 seconds to go. Second free throw is good. Crisscross pass with 3 seconds. Hunter, a bad pass to Goodson, and is out of bounds. 1.2 remaining in this contest in the second quarter. Gaddis with a dart. Usher, a 3 at the horn, no good, and we move to the halftime. It is 50-33. Dacula leading Sequoyah right here, the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic on the SUV TV.
Marco's Pizza, authentic Italian pizza. Katie Customs, the official custom sock of the Jared Cook Classic. Motive deals, motivated, digital, fundraising. And CoachHemi.com, the coach's source for X's and O's.
The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation. and allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things. The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. I went through some tough days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things. The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that would be beneficial for the long term. The process started just breaking my shot down from the initial release to the follow-through. And there were days that I couldn't even get the ball to the rim. There were days that I couldn't go outside of the paint area. It was very frustrating to not be able to shoot the way that I wanted to. The hardest part of that process was definitely the patience. But if I just stuck to getting better every day, eventually I would be able to shoot where I wanted to, anywhere on the floor. Days, but found a way to just persevere and see it through. It starts with a great base and great foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. I can do all things. The feeling of the perfect shot feels effortless to me. Right when I release that shot, it just feels serene and quiet. It's only me and the rim and the basketball. With my height, to have an impact and to be the player that I wanted to be, I needed to change my shot, and that was going to be something that was
Joe Hillsman welcome you back to North Gwinnett High School. Dacula leading Sequoyah 50-33 as we get ready to start the third quarter. High man in the ball game right now, Mr. Kevon Tucker. He has 17. Damari Edwards has 12, and Derek St. Hilary has 11 for Dacula. For Sequoyah, it is Jordan Usher. He has 12, and Cam Cox has 10. Dacula will get the ball, and they will move left to right. They are in the white. Sequoyah will be in the black. St. Hilary into the forecourt. It'll be Hilary, Bishop, Buckingham, Tucker, and Damari Edwards, the five that start this contest for Dacula in the second half. They're going to peel it back out. Dacula going to play slow. They had 50 points in that first half. 28 in the first quarter, 22 in the second quarter. It'll be Biddy, Cox, Gaddis, Usher, and Sunday. And a three ball. It's good by Derek St. Hilary. And now he has 14 in the contest, and that's how this third quarter starts. Putting it on the floor, driving is Biddy. Biddy now kicks it back out to the top to Gaddis. Gaddis cross-court pass to Usher. Usher back to Biddy, and a layup good. That was not Biddy, excuse me, that was Gaddis. Gaddis on the cut from Jordan Usher. Here's Bishop. Bishop got in early foul trouble, had to take a seat for a while, so he's not been in the flow of the offense, but he'll start this game. And he was a starter. Start here. Pass was deflected. Now Bishop going to take it, go all the way down the lane, and it was taken away by Levi Biddy. Biddy with the steal. Here come the Chiefs running. Biddy now going to kick it off. Late pass over to Cox. Cox with foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Foul will be on Kevon Tucker. And Kevon Tucker picks up his first foul. His first and the team's first. Now remember, Dacula got in foul trouble there. 14 team fouls in that first half. Cam Cox at the free throw line. Free throw is good. Seven of 10 from the free throw line is Cam Cox in the contest. He'll get one more. It's good. 53-37. Bishop worked on by Biddy. Pulls it all the way back near the timeline, and now he passes it over to Damari Edwards. Edwards picked up by Usher, crossed him up, went right behind. Now going to kick it to the corner. There, Bishop, a three from the wing, back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Cam Cox. Cox on transition, going to attack all the way, count it, and the foul, Cam Cox, and one. 53-39, the foul will be on Buckingham. Shane Buckingham, that'll be his third and the team's second. Jawan White will check in, and Bishop now will take a seat. Gary Bishop, 6'2", goes out. Jawan White checks in. Jawan White, 6 foot, a sophomore. So Cam Cox at the free throw line to try and complete the three-point play. Cam Cox now quietly getting it going. 15 points in the context for Cox. 13-point ball game, though. Gonna have to have someone step up. Usher and Cox carrying the load so far. And really, Usher was quiet in that second quarter with only 1 point. Edwards and one! Damari Edwards will be going to the free throw line as the foul going to be called on Jake Sunday. That'll be Sunday's second and the team's first. Damari Edwards going to the free throw line, 6'2", and a senior. Now comes down to Sunday. Edwards unable to complete the three-point play. He has 14 points in the contest. Here is Biddy. Biddy with a little crossover dribble on White. Biddy going to go all the way, and White came back in and took it, and they're going to call a foul. And are they going to give him the shot? Yep, foul on Jawan White. That'll be his second and the team's third. Now here goes Dacula again, stacking up the fouls. Going to the free throw line will be Levi Biddy, number 11. Biddy, 6'1", and a senior. He'll toe his foot to the line and get 2 shots. Goes through his free throw routine and back iron, no good. 5:53 to go, so a little more than 2 minutes gone by here in this third quarter. Joe Hillsman, glad that you're with us. The SUVTV.com, the Jarrett Cook Tip-Off Classic from Gwinnett, North Gwinnett High School. And that makes it 55-41. Chipping away at it. Here is Edwards. Edwards puts it on the floor. Slow dribble now. Long cross-court pass is going to be stolen by Gaddis. Gaddis gets it up ahead. Cam Cox running with him. Fly by. Layup. Good. Good pump fake by Cox. The chase. Pump fake and went up and laid it in. And Cox with the kickball. He broke up that pass. Will come in. Mikael Bethea checks into the contest. He will be inbounding inside out of bounds and gives it over to Darren Hilaire. Hilaire back over to Bethel. Bethel to Buckingham, who tried to hit Edwards, and it would deflect it, and Edwards hit it and it goes out of bounds. A turnover for the Dacula Falcons. Sequoyah trying to build some momentum, trying to get it within 10 now. Gives it over to Usher, does Cox. Jordan Usher. Sequoyah making a push now. They have it within 10 with 5:05 to go, third quarter. Here's St. Hilaire. The one thing I've noticed, there's going to be a blocking foul there on Biddy. It looks like Dacula has slowed the game and the pace down from earlier. Only 5 points so far through the first 3 minutes. Now, they had them a 28-point first quarter and a 22-point second quarter. Biddy picked up the foul. That's his third. Team second. Here's Bethea. Bethea picked up the dribble, goes back out to St. Hilaire now, gives it back over to Biddy. Zone defense. Bethea gives it off. There's a long three. No good by Hunter, who checked in. Offensive rebound, Edwards over to Kevon Tucker. The three ball is in and out. They crash the glass out of bounds, and it will go off of Dacula, and it'll be Sequoyah basketball with 4:41 to go. Sequoyah having a little run. They've got it down to 10. Cameron Cox has had a lot to do with that. 7 points in this quarter. Here's Sunday. Sunday gives it off, and here's Usher. Usher going to go down the lane, barreling down the lane. No. Continuing to look for the foul. Playing aggressive, somewhat out of control, but he's going down there looking to get the foul. Now, he's lived at the free throw line today. 7 of 8 from the line. 6 of 6 in that first quarter. Inbound to Sunday. Sunday puts it on the floor across the lane. There's Cam Cox open. A three. No good. Rebound. Gaddis back up and in. Hunter Gaddis. The lead down to 5. Gaddis now with his second field goal in the third quarter. It's an 8-point game now, 55-47. And Coach Triego letting them play through it, and there's a layup by Hunter. Marsha Hunter with the layup. He has 7 in the contest. Cox going up against Bethea. Shot up, count it, and the foul. Cam Cox in one. Cam Cox has really turned it on. That foul will go on Bethea, Mikael Bethea. I have him for his first, and that'll be the team's fourth. And now Dacula has to call that timeout. There's that 30-second timeout with 4:01 to go. It's time for an Atlanta Peach Elite Series instant replay. An outstanding move by Cam Cox. He has came to life in this third quarter. 9 points. He has 19 in the game, and now he's the leading scorer for Sequoyah. And he's actually the leading scorer in the contest. Kevon Tucker has yet to score. He has 17. So let's see how they adjust when they come out of the timeout. So out of the timeout, Cox 3 of 3 in this quarter. The free throw good. He completes the 3-point play. He's 4 of 4. And all of a sudden that lead now is a 7, 57-50. Just chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. And we've got a whistle.
Foul is charged, number 11, Biddy.
The foul. Driving, kick off Edwards. Edwards to Kevon Tucker. Tucker a 3, no good. Tipped by Hunter, no. Offensive rebound, pull down, no, and now Sunday's gonna have it. Here comes Cam Cox. Cox now gonna attack. Gonna go all the way, count it, and the foul, no. They wave it off, no bucket for Cam Cox. They're gonna call it on the floor. And it's gonna be on Bethea. That is his 5th, and Cox is at the line. And we have been graced with the presence of Mr. Brandon Clay. What's going on, my brother?
Hey. good to be here. This is good basketball. Early
Yes, it is.
season. Watching college football all day, man. I must confess, I'm a college football junkie. Man, Falcons back in action tomorrow. It's time to get going, man, but this is good. I mean, it's just starting to get cold outside, man, getting dark early. Hillsman, it's time for it, man.
It is awesome that you said that because I mentioned that earlier, that it's cold outside, it's warm in the gym,
Yes,
and you got the
sir.
smell of the gym.
Yes,
Well, right now, Sequoyah on a run. They have cut this ball game to 7, 57-56. Cam Cox has been a big part of it. There's a three by Derek St. Hillary. Hill of the rim, no good. Skying for the rebound, Damari Edwards. Edwards to Kevon Tucker.
Oh, good
Tucker
move.
makes his move through the lane. Oh, no. And a foul. In points in the first quarter, 22 in the second. They slowed the pace in the third quarter. Sequoyah has been able to get back into the contest.
Yeah. Well, it's an even matchup. When you talk about Cox and Usher, and then obviously on the other side, Derek and Tucker, and you've got multiple guys that can make plays in the backcourt. Both of these teams are perimeter oriented in that regard. So I expected a close game. So you're getting kind of what you expected here with the game being in single digits as we near the end of the half.
15-point halftime lead for Dacula. That's gone. It's down to 7 as Sequoyah has trimmed 10 points off of it. Pass, a turnover taken away by Hunter. Hunter has played very well, exceptional defense, but now he has the turnover looking for Kevon Tucker.
Well, I think it's interesting from a pace perspective. If you're Jeremy Adams from Sequoyah, you had to feel like at some point, okay, we're going to get rolling. No need to panic. No need to worry. Obviously, we want to play better, right? 17 points is not the kind of deficit we want. But at some point, Cox is going to get rolling and create and make plays. There's a reason why he's a Division I guy going to Navy, and he's showing it right now.
He is really showing it. The lead now down to 5. They have trimmed 12 points off of it. Our ATL Peach Elite Series instant replay. Cam Cox doing work. He has 13 in the quarter,
It's incredible,
23 in the game.
Well, the thing I like about what Cox has done tonight is he hasn't left points on the table around the rim or at the free throw line. He's converted. We talk about this all the time, we being myself, obviously the Gwinnett coach, Brandon Mayweather, who you'll see tonight in the nightcap, about converting from the free throw line and inside of 5 to 8 feet in boys basketball. If you can do that at the high school level consistently, more times than not, you're going to put yourself in a position to be in the game. That's exactly what Cox and Sequoyah have done to get themselves back in it. And amazingly, a quiet quarter from Usher, and they still have cut the deficit. If you'd have told me going into the quarter, Usher's going to have 2, they're going to go from 17 to 5, and I'm like, man, that's going to be tough. But they found a way to do it, and Cox has been the catalyst.
Usher has been quiet since that first quarter. 11-point first quarter. Lived at the line. Went 6 of 6, and then only 1 point in that second quarter. He has been aggressive, been attacking, and trying to get the calls. Hasn't, and has kind of looked for the calls, but team Cam Cox now carrying the load.
Well, I think an interesting point there on Usher. He really is known as a guy who likes to make the open outside perimeter. So as he continues to try to grow his game, you're seeing him put it more on the deck. I think it's important to not sacrifice what's gotten you here in terms of trying to make that transition. Keep that outside jumper going, but have in addition to that, and I think that's the key term, in addition to the outside shot, the ability to drive it.
What's the old saying? Good players do 2 things, right?
Yes.
A great player does 3 things.
Three levels, being able to score it at the rim, the mid-range, and the open jumper. But honestly, if you could just have 2, if you could just have the mid-range and the 3-ball, the 3-ball and the rim, or the mid-range and the layup, we're good.
Coach Adams really trying to pump up his ball club. Gaddis at the free throw line. He sticks both of them in there good. You take a look up at that scoreboard. It's down to 5 now. 60-55, 2:12 to go, third quarter.
Well, they got some good pieces. I like Gaddis, too, as you see that great move there off the bounce. Tucker just doesn't drop, but I like what Gaddis brings, 6 points in the quarter, but just a steady hand, and we talk about perimeter orientation, but now you got a couple guys on the inside that can score it as well.
3-ball in and out. Damari Edwards, who's been quiet. He has 16 in the contest, lays it off to White. Jawan White finishing in the break.
That's a great pass ahead. I had the opportunity to work with Jawan White at the EBA Top 40 camp earlier in the calendar year, just to get as hard as you could see, can finish it at the rim with a little contact, but definitely a guy that we're going to watch and keep an eye on as he continues to progress his game.
Hunter, no good. Peters got the rebound. A good save by Tucker that set up that break. Now here comes Jordan Usher. Usher going to try to hesitate. Stop, pull up at the foul line. Good. In the mouth. of Damari Edwards.
Hey, good defense there by Edwards. You know, tough shot there by Usher. That's one of those.
Good defense, better offense.
Yeah, and if you're Dacula and you see that happen, oh, great pass there. But if you see that happen, you just got to kind of roll with that.
Arsha Hunter, a three out of the corner. 65-56. Going under a minute. Atmosphere in the building feeling good. A goaltending call. 2 points. Give it over to Hunter Gaddis.
Hey, you think this game doesn't matter to Sequoyah? The ref didn't even have time to blow his whistle, and the whole bench was about ready to erupt and explode on him. It was fantastic. Great call there from the trail official to step up, make sure they got it right, but he didn't even have time to make the call before there was the reaction over here on the bench right next to us on our left.
Outstanding, and see, Coach Adams has not sat down. He had his jacket on. He was nice and comfortable. He took his jacket off, gave it to the scorekeeper, and he has not sat down yet. The lead is 65-59 for Dacula cutting in. There's Goodson. Goodson had the pass taken away. Gaddis, long lead pass up to Cox. Cam Cox on the break. Cam Cox layup good.
I'm telling you, and obviously Cam Cox offensively been the catalyst. And make sure that we statement. But Gaddis has really given them something as you see him protect the rim there. He's given them that interior presence that's allowed them to do some good things.
Usher dumped it off out of bounds, off of Cox. Joel Hilsman, Brandon Clay here with you. Dacula had a 17-point halftime lead. It is almost gone. It's down to 4. Dacula in the white, Sequoyah in the black. We're closing the third quarter at the Jared Cook Tip-Off Classic. Traveling violation call.
The Sequoyah crew, none too happy about it. That time the ruckus came from the parent section. This is fantastic. This is the type of energy and edge that you want from a matchup like this. Both teams are teams that we expect to compete, get into the postseason, and this is a great way to battle test yourself here early.
And the energy was picking up, but all of a sudden when Brandon Clay got in the building, it really stepped up a level.
Hey, man, I just happened to walk in the building at the right time, and this has been awesome.
But they are no good. Usher gets it up. Cox a three. No. We are at the end of the third quarter. A 15-point third quarter by Dacula. Not right here, the SUV TV. Joel Hilsman, Brandon Clay back here with you, and what now has turned into a very good ball game as we begin the fourth quarter. Sequoyah trailing 65-61. They have the ball at up and under. Usher shot off the window. Good, Jordan Usher.
To watch Coach Adams lead that Usher's taking here is fantastic. Had the opportunity to sit with Coach Adams at the Atlanta Tip-Off Club meeting in the season last. Done a great job with this program. Usher and Cox leading the way. Oh! Damari Edwards down the lane with the hammer. That's big right there, man. And it was great because everybody in the gym saw it coming. Unfortunately for Sequoyah, nobody tried to step in the way of that one.
Yeah, that's called parting the Red Sea. Got it blocked, but it still went in there. Hunter Gaddis has turned it on. He has 10 and a half.
I'm telling you, effective. You know, that's the word that we talk a lot about now. Rankings discussions, evaluation discussions, effectiveness and production. And that young man right there is productive more times than he's not. Mr.
I like
Tucker.
Our first two possessions of the fourth, Damari Edwards with the dunk, Kevon Tucker with that jumper. They were the two that had it going early that got Dacula that lead in a quiet third quarter from both. In the corner, Jake Sunday, front iron, no. Rebound comes down to Buckingham over to Derek St. Hilaire. Hilaire into the forecourt, working between the rings. It's a 4-point ball game. Tucker goes down low and a foul on Sunday.
Yeah, good pass, found him. Good first pass, too, there by Derek to get the offense started, get the ball in Tucker's hands and let him make a play.
Sequoyah now going to go and make some substitutions. Justin Robleski will look to come in. And
A good substitution here by Coach Adams. We call these those short Kobe subs. You get Cox about a minute and 30. You know, Usher won't get here. I wouldn't assume more than about a minute and 30. And then right around the 5-minute mark, you've got your first group back in, ready to come in and try to take victory back home across town.
Usher sat for 32 seconds in the first half.
That sounds about right.
Here is St. Hilaire. Hilaire going to drive into the lane. Yes. Get it out of here. He didn't get the memo or block party, but White recovered it. Now back up. Left hand counted and one on the reverse.
Oh, you got to love the fearlessness. Got to love the fearlessness. Usher didn't get 32 seconds this time. He got about 22, man. It didn't take long. If they could have gotten the stop and gone back the other way, he probably would have gotten his buck 30, but they didn't get the stop, so he's going back in.
6-point ball game. St. Hilaire at the line to try and complete the 3-point play. 16 in the contest for St. Hilaire, and he's going for number 17. 3 of 3 today from the line. It's good for a 4. Push that lead quietly back out to 7, 72-65. You know that old saying, you spend so much energy to try to get back in the lead. And they closed it to within 2. Off the screen, Biddy.
Oh, there he is, back door.
Usher down the lane, up off the window, good. Coach Adams wanting the and one call.
That defender was a hard sellout on the close. Usher with the great read, the veteran read. I remember when he was in 9th grade, it's crazy to say veteran read. So true.
Cox on the break.
With a great pass from Usher there to lead it. This is the type of basketball you want here early in the year, man. Doesn't get a lot better than this in November.
Opening game for both squads. White down the lane. No, he was fouled. Called it on the floor. Coming up on 2.5 gone by. 5:36 to go here in a contest. If you're just joining us on DSUV TV, was a boat race in the first half. 50-33 in that first half. A 17-point lead by Dacula. Got trimmed that, push it back out. It's at 3, and White is at the line.
1-1.
White free throw in and out. No.
2 there. You're seeing why. You talk about Tucker and Cox and even Usher, who has the Arizona State offer already in pocket in the 17 class, plays on both ends of the floor. And then you've got a bunch of guys, whether it's Derek, whether it's Jawan White, whether it's Gaddis, who are coming through providing those quality role player minutes and giving the production needed for both teams to stay in this game.
Very fine points, and their play has picked up, and as they pick, Ham dropped the rebound. Kevon Tucker has it. Tucker turning on the gas. Got it ripped from behind by Gaddis. Out of bounds, and it will stay Dacula basketball. Coach Adams yelling for a timeout. He wants a full timeout with 5:15 to go. 4-point game. Maybe want to give them a blow and then set up some stuff right here.
No question. Well, now you're in a position where, you know, after this, you've got to get a stop here on this inbounds. Last thing you want to do is give up the momentum that you've gained. Get back to 7, get back to 9. So it's important to figure that out right now.
Taking a look at our ATL Peach Elite Series instant replay. And now in the huddle, you see Coach Adams. It's a 4-point game, 73-69 with 5:15 to go in the fourth, in which has been a very entertaining contest, to say the least.
No question. Well, now, honestly, if you can hold serve, Sequoyah, hold serve means keep this game under 5. If you can hold serve for the next 2 minutes even and be around the 4 or 5 mark at 3, you've done a great job. Had to battle back from 17. We call them runs. Runs were 6 to 8 points. They were 3 runs down starting at halftime. Coming out now, they've cut it to a 1-run ball game underneath 6 to 8. Now you just want to maintain for a minute, not get in foul trouble with Usher or Cox, even Gaddis, and then give yourself a chance to bring that win back home in the last 3 minutes by executing down the stretch.
Basketball is a game of runs. Out of the timeout, bang! A 3, Derek Hillary.
Right on cue. What you didn't want to see happen, you know, if your Coach Adams there does in terms of a quick score for Dacula. Well-designed play by Coach Drago and his staff. Great call there.
Cox in the corner, putting it on the floor. There's a jumper by Justin Robleski, no good. Rebound gonna come down to Jawan White. White into the forecourt for Dacula. He gives it over to Damari Edwards. Edwards holds cross court to St. Hilaire, who swings it to White. White pumps, goes down the baseline, kicks it over in the corner. Good ball movement. Edwards a 3, no. Got the shot they wanted. Cox on the glass. Cox leading the break with 4:38. Lost his footing and will get a 5.
Good call, and it's going to be bonus down the stretch for both teams here.
That has been an issue, and Sequoyah kind of chipped away. It was a 20-point game at one point.
Well, for both teams, it'll become a issue of, as it so often does this late in the game, who can knock down free throws. You know, who is going to be able to make 7 out of 8, 8 out of 10, you know, something where you're 80% or above. Normally when you do that, that allows you to secure the game. Here for Cox, got to be able to knock down this front end.
11 of 15 from the free throw line. In and out, no.
Well, and that's a turnover there. You know, we've talked about that during some of our summer broadcasts, but that's a turnover. And unfortunately for them, Tucker comes through. Looks like he's going to lose it, and he converts. So, in essence, turnover on one end and a score off of the turnover in transition, no less, on the other end. That'll box you in every time and make it hard to come back and win this game.
Push the lead out to 9. Kevon Tucker with a beautiful move. 4 points in the quarter, 5 in the half. The 3 is no good by Sunday.
Now remember, it was 5:13 when that timeout was called, and I said they had to maintain to the 3-minute mark. You knew that this was coming from Dacula, the possibility of it.
Tucker, a 3, no. Buckingham tipped, but the rebound comes down to Sunday, and now a foul. And they'll come back and shoot free throws. And 3:52 on the clock, if you're keeping up with what Brandon is saying. It's a 9-point game, but now at the free throws.
You look at White, that's an inexperienced foul there. 85 feet away from the basket, literally. You can't have those. Matter of fact, no, they've changed the call. They actually got 2 on that. They didn't get White on that, so switch
yeah, they're
that
going to
for us.
get
Hunter with that.
Best closeouts right now.
Yep. And it fouls him out. You can't. Those are the types of plays that used to drive, ironically, some of my alma mater here at North Gwinnett High School, that is. My high school coach, Ralph Nunn, literally drove him crazy, those types of plays. You got the momentum, it happens. Keep playing, you're up 9. Don't stop the clock. Give them a chance to make 2 free throws down here and foul yourself out all in one fell swoop.
Free throw is good
4 minutes.
by Sunday. Coach Adams reminding his team of how much time is on the clock as Sunday will go through his free throw routine. 8-point ball game. Back iron, no. Split the free throws. Rebound to Edwards, and Edwards gives it over to Derek St. Hilaire. Back to Edwards into the forecourt.
Well, and this is one of those situations where we talked about the type of numbers that you were going to need, and Sequoyah's going to need to go when he talked about going 8 for 10, you know, 7 for 8, 8 for 10. Right now they're 1 for 4. You know, 0 for 2 for Cox. Even though it was a 1-and-1, it's an 0 for 2. Went the other way to score. 1 for 2 on this trip, 1 for 4.
Gaddis with the block on
Great block.
Buckingham. Out of bounds off of Dacula to be Sequoyah basketball.
Got middle. Yes.
Cam Cox has commanded this ball club in this second half. 17 points in the second half for Cam Cox. That's him, number 1. Passes it over to Sunday. Sunday to Usher. Usher puts it on the floor, lost it. And it's going to be picked up by Sunday. He tried to whip it in there down low. Ball is on the ground. Usher going for it, a jump ball. Sequoyah wanted a timeout. It'll go possession arrow to Dacula.
Hey, 12.
Coach Adams calling out the defensive alignment in the setup. 3:28 to go, fourth quarter. 78-70.
Well, it'll be interesting to see who steps up here. You know, will it be one of the people that we've talked about? Will it be somebody else? You know, you would expect that, you know, Tucker, St. Hilaire for Dacula in terms of making free throws down the stretch and making plays right on cue. St. Hilaire with the drop off there to White for the basket. You know, who's going to come back for Sequoyah and be able to make these plays?
Push that lead to 10 now.
Hey, quick adjustment now. You see Tucker guarding Usher. Tucker has not been guarding Usher. They've been using Edwards to do it. I don't know if this is a one-possession thing or if this is an end-of-game situation from Coach Triaga, but a good move now to put arguably your best defender and just honestly your most experienced and grizzled veteran in this spot.
Air ball on the 3 by Cam Cox, and now a foul by Levi Biddy in the backcourt. Stops the clock with 2:59 in a 10-point game. So Sequoyah now running out of time and the margin widening back out. They were trailing by 17, got it down to 2. It's back out to 10. And a substitution as Mitchell Peters will check into the contest, and taking a seat will be Levi Biddy. Jawan White going to the free throw line. It will be the 1-and-1. White, free throw. No, rolled off. Gaddis with the rebound.
Free throws and 5 to 8 footers, man. If you can make those, you put yourself in a great position. Once again, just being able to shoot 80%. And they're going to get Usher for the walk there. And we talked about him trying to create his own shot. But again, the matchup and the change in that regard, it's tough enough to score on Edwards, even tougher possibly to score on Tucker.
Edwards will inbound it to St. Hilaire. Cox picks him up in the backcourt. Now he dumps it over to White. White gonna attack the basket, got the numbers. Tucker, unnecessary dribble, but uses power and scores.
You know what's interesting? In theory, I agree with you on the unnecessary dribble. In reality, with the game being as close as it is and knowing that you're in the bonus, I think it makes sense to take that bounce, gather yourself, and ensure that you're going to get a quality finish there with the game being so close.
Peters took one in the chops. He'll go to the line. Lead pushed back out to 12. The timeout was called at 5:50. It has been pushed out over the last 3 minutes to 12. Peters, back iron, got the roll.
They got one to fall for him there.
Day for Mitchell Peters, and now a 30-second timeout has been called by Adams. Right here, what is he discussing, Brandon?
Well, I think you're talking strategy. You're talking about, once you make this second free throw, we got to find a way to turn them over, period. At this point, you can't think you're going to get enough stops. You got to find a way to turn them over.
Joel Hillsman, Brandon Clay here with you courtside, North Gwinnett High School. Dacula and Sequoyah, powered by SUV TV, the SUVTV.com. It is the classic. Dacula with an 82-71 lead. They led by as many as 17 at the half.
You could talk about there, and when you Coach Adams, you could hear in the huddle him talking about obviously setting the press, but they've been pressing here for a minute. The emphasis in there was the rotation. If we don't get the first trap, the offside when the ball gets reversed, the guy who becomes the offside when the ball goes away has got to sprint to the middle of the floor, because that's where you can get, they call them chase steals or even chase deflections. The ball gets pushed into the front court, you can come behind, the people aren't looking, and get a chase steal on the pass. That pass that St. Hilaire dropped off to White, that's place for a chase steal from the guy who starts on the offside wing if Dacula is able to push the ball quick in transition.
Peters gets the second free throw, and you talked about it. Here's the set right there. Kevon Tucker with it. Picked up his dribble. Gets it into the forecourt to St. Hilaire. 2:15 to go.
Nice cross there.
Hilaire pulls it back out, now being worked on by Cox. All the way, Euro stepping, floating, good.
That's a solid 10 seconds there. Brings it back out in awareness of the clock. The second time got downhill so fast and so smooth that he went in and took it. The nice soft touch there, that Tony Parker floater to be able to score it.
Foul now on Usher. 1:51 to go, 12-point contest, 84-72. And St. Hilaire will be going to the free throw line. Derek St. Hilaire on the day, he's 4-4 from the foul line.
Hey, secondary reversal. Look for the double screen.
22 points in the contest for St. Hilaire.
They're 12 or 2.
Free throw, good. He remains perfect, 5 for 5 from the strike.
I was late from the free throw line and around the rim. The things that we talked about going into the fourth quarter are the things that they've been able to do at a relatively high percentage. And as you see, as a result, they've been able to stretch the lead out.
Got the roll on the second free throw. Hilaire's had himself a 10 points in this fourth quarter. Peters to Gaddis. Gaddis with the jumper, no. Usher, putback dunk, good. And a timeout quickly called, so Coach Adams trying to keep them in this contest, 86-74 with one. $20 points now for Jordan Usher.
You saw it night from him from Cox. I think at the end of the game, when you look at it, you're going to look at the balance. We talked about Tucker, but Edwards with that monster dunk, I thought really changed the tide of the momentum. I thought it was shifting back Sequoyah's way. Edwards responded with a punch dunk and kind of got them back going, and then Tucker came right back down. And the play where Tucker almost lost the basketball, found his way through the two defenders in traffic and still finished. I believe that put them up 9 here in the fourth. I thought those were the two plays, the Edwards dunk and then the Tucker finish in traffic when it looked like Sequoyah still had a little window, kind of closed the door here in this one.
Yep, 1:42 to go, and it is a 12-point contest, so Coach Adams still has not sat down.
Hunter, be ready.
Set that press now for Sequoyah. Tucker inbounds it to Jawan White. White now going to break the press, and Cox reaches around and gets the foul.
Check it, there we go.
I have to put him at the foul line now. Play the foul game.
Foul is charged, number 1, Cox.
Jake Sunday will check in after the first free throw. Jawan White going to the free throw line. Now he has struggled at the line today, 3 of 6 from the free throw, good.
Done a good job of making these.
87 points, a season high for Dacula in their opening game. Sequoyah opening game as well, and White knocks in both free throws.
Well, it's funny, it took Dacula a minute to come out of the half, but they got going. I mean, they're not going to match the first half point total probably, but it's going to be close.
Yeah, it will be close, and they did get going. A big defensive rebound right there by Damari Edwards. And St. Hilaire going to spin, go all the way to the hoop, and he was fouled on the floor. Nice move by Derek St. Hilaire.
His ability to shift and spin there coming out of those traps makes it very, very tough, because not only do you have to have size on the trap, but you
He has had himself an impressive ball game. 6 of 6 at the free throw line.
over there at Archer. And that was the thing I came away so impressed with St. Hilaire, his ability to push, handle the basketball. You know, obviously last year they had Keyshawn Gibbs, who has now moved on, graduated out. But his ability to keep Gibbs and Tucker fed with quality shots while still finding ways to pick his own spots and get himself involved was really, really dynamic and impressive all at the same time.
15-point lead, so it's almost back up to where it was. Down the lane, lefty laid, no by Justin Robleski, and he will go to the free throw line.
Foul charge number 25, Robleski to the line.
Well, you know what I like here with Sequoyah? Very early in the season, coach is still coaching. You know, it's in a situation now where he's pouting. If you see, you know, from a numbers perspective, honestly, it's almost where the game was at halftime. 15, not 17, but right there. But he hadn't stopped coaching, and neither of his coaches. This is definitely a game. They got to play back out here again on Monday. No breaks off when you're playing in these type of events. And then again, even when you start to talk about here and what everybody in this gym today wants to accomplish, which is getting into the state tournament and playing in the postseason. Games like this, win, lose, or draw, are invaluable, which is why you play them in the first place.
That's right. Opening game for both. And now going deep into the bench, Zach Henley. And seeing his first second half action and taking a seat will be.
Sidebar in college football action I'm seeing on your scroll here. Ohio State lost. Man, Michigan State, boy.
Whoa.
D'Antonio's got that fantastic job, you know, with whether it's the Michigan wins, you know, whatever. You know, I read a great article this summer that talked about the success program. He talked about embracing the underdog status, the little brother status, as they call it there inside the state. Oh!
Tried to go with an alley, no hoop back.
Oh, great pass there.
Edwards.
Oh, missed two. Derek St. Hilaire putting on a show for the crowd right now, though. Cox back at you.
Yep, with a layup guard driving good.
Oh, and the cramp, it looks like been a long night for Cox and Usher, man.
Speaking of the college game, you know, I was a big fan of Maddie Washington. How did you like her commitment to Oregon State?
I thought it was great. Oregon State's done a fantastic job. Scott Rueck and his group, he actually was the court coach for USA Basketball this past summer. He does a fantastic job out there, and you look at what he's done on his roster. Jamie Wisner, Sydney Reese, Ruth Hamlin right now. But he's got one of the top 10 to 15 recruiting classes in the country in 16 already. Maddie Washington, a big part of that. Cap Tudor, one of the best shooters in the country, coming out of Corvallis, really helping put Pac-12 on the map. It's more than just Stanford now, folks.
Yeah, that's an Oregon State program I'm going to be paying attention to. Got my early ball in. I've seen Taya Cooper do some work. I've seen Mariah Jefferson do some work.
What's great about this conversation, Hillsman, Jonathan Hemingway, if nobody else will appreciate this, our director of domestic scouting, when we got back into the boys' side nationally 3 seasons ago, before the McDonald's vote, before the Naismith coordinator spot, this is what we talked about, the crossover movement. We were watching Tucker. We're watching Madison Washington and Sidney Wace anyway. We're watching Jason Tatum, Harry Giles, and oh, look at that. It works better if you do it the other way. Let's throw the line work. I'm sure that's going to be an instant replay here in a second. I'm ready for that one, too. Oh, it's turned into a dunk fest here. Cox, St. Hilaire, Usher, everybody trying to play above the rim.
A traveling violation. One of them things where the game is out of reach. Here you go, your ATL Peach Elite Series instant replay. There goes
got
Jordan
one.
Usher.
Oh, the punish. And it makes it really easy to see why Hurley and his staff at Arizona State came with the offer for that guy already before his high school season even started in his junior year, way across the country, but they can see the talent. It doesn't take a genius to see, especially with Usher's size. You know, I think that's honestly his overall package right now is you see the size on the wing, you see the bounce, you see the ability to shoot it, learning how to still create it and still do some other things. But there aren't going to be a lot of guys, and I say a lot, probably 20 to 25 max nationwide, in between that 6'4 to 6'6", 6'7" range of defined wing skill set, Joel, to be able to play at the Power 5 level. And that's what you're getting with a guy like Usher if he chooses to go that route.
That's right. And goes nifty behind the
great
back. Gaddis got his stuff beat up, but the foul called on Tucker. 6'6" is the spec on Mr. Jordan Usher and a junior, so still room to grow.
No question. It'll be interesting to watch as you see Tucker make that block. I think he's going to be great at Wofford, and to see what he can do. I thought he was a guy whose recruitment didn't match his production in terms of the types of offers and the types of recruitment, but I really like the fit there, and I think that that's a place in theory he's going to be able to go in and make an impact early if he'll play this hard. I mean, once again, up double digits, 18 seconds left to go, and he's still making plays on the defensive end of the floor. It says a lot about his overall mentality and game.
Gaddis splits his free throws. Coach Adams really still into this ball game, and you know the games I like. 91 to 80, Dacula with the lead. Inbound to Jawan White. They're trapping with 12 seconds. Here's Kevon Tucker. Cox tried to reach in and get the steal. Tucker going to go all the way, dump it off to Damari Edwards. Up fake around the basket. It's not going to go. They tip and fight for it with 3 seconds with 2. St. Hilaire not going to take a final shot, and that will be the final score. 91 to 80. Dacula opens their season with the victory over Sequoyah, and we got another series instant replay. The alley and the oop.
It's very rare that the point guard catches the oop, and that's awesome.
You gotta love it. Final score again, 91 to 80. Dacula over Sequoyah. More action coming up next right here. The SUV TV, the Jared Cook